No, I spent 3 days close to our EuroDIG participants, very close, and we always had questions, always. Even imagine if the speaker is after basketball match, good basketball match at night, and looks tired, we still are asking and asking questions, and it's very good, because it shows that we are into it and we want to know more. So it's normal that we are a bit late. But as well, I heard that you all are waiting for social events. So I have one good thing to say, that this evening we are having a social event. It will be hosted by Baltic Domain Days, I mentioned before. But now, before that social event, we have our the very first plenary session. And please welcome the keynote speaker of the plenary session, Agnė Vaiciukevičiūtė, Deputy Minister of Transport and Communications of the Republic of Lithuania. And she will be in exchange with Carol Roach, chairperson of the Internet Governance Forum's multi-stakeholder advisory group. Please, the floor is yours. Yeah, exactly.
So are we still alive here? Oh, happy, a lot of smiles, a lot of people I already knew before today. Once again, I'm just really happy of being here, of having you here in Lithuania, in Vilnius. It's such an honor for us to represent Lithuania, Vilnius, to give a floor to everyone here today. To create more opportunities, to create more collaboration. I was shocked about the previous discussion positively. I cannot imagine myself at that age that I had so many so sophisticated insights and some really good key messages that all our international organizations could really take into account. And I really like the man back in the auditorium who mentioned what's next. I think this is very, very interesting to think of it as well. The agenda of the event is very, very impressive, and yet more importantly, all stakeholders are here to collaborate, discuss, and agree on the next steps. I personally attended the last IGF in Kyoto late last year, and the CIS in Geneva a few weeks ago. And in this panel, I'd like to challenge you all and ask, why do we need IGF, CIS, and other formats? Do we realize the real value of these huge events, going there and discussing using the same keywords and phrases? Do you really see any threats to the future of IGF, CIS, in the light of the Global Digital Compact? Maybe we need a change, maybe not. I encourage you to share your personal views and insights. You are all allowed not to read your instructions. I'm talking already ahead of our conversation, and I would like to have very impersonal afternoon share of messages that would be very important during this period before the autumn next year. And of course, as the moderator mentioned, I have an honor to to give introduction remarks about global internet governance processes, Ms. Carol Roach, the chair of IGF, Multi-Stakeholder Advisory Group. And
hello. Okay, so I'll just jump in. Distinguished participants, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to address you today at the European Dialogue on Internet Governance 2024. I am Carol Roach from the Cabinet Office of the Government of the Bahamas and the chair of the UN Internet Governance Forum Multi-Stakeholder Advisory Group. First, let me take this opportunity to thank the Multi-Stakeholder Organizing Committee of EuroDIG, its secretariat, as well as the government of the Republic of Lithuania for convening us all in Vilnius and online. I already had the pleasure to deliver remarks this morning at the National Regional IGF Assembly sorry that was like 3 a.m. in the morning for me, so I had to send a video note. I can only reiterate how important your work is in advancing the multi-stakeholder dialogue around digital public policy issues at local levels. Very important position. EuroDIG is indeed one of the leading examples of good stakeholder engagement. Many stakeholders present at your meeting greatly support the annual forum in various capacities. I want you to know that we are all immensely grateful for your region's participation. It is stakeholders like you who make the IGF alive, relevant, and needed. The IGF and its NRIs are the forefront of multi-stakeholder and multidisciplinary inclusion, allowing for diverse perspectives to come together, perspectives that would have been left aside in closed policy-making discussions. So you asked me a few questions earlier, and I'm going to pose a few questions of my own. So in the spirit of IGF, GDC, NetMondial, WSIS, and others, how can we successfully advance the digital transformation journey and the adoption of new policies, rules, and regulations by the broader community if we do not include all stakeholders in the decision-making process? How can we make sure that we opt for most efficient digital policies that do not further fragment the internet or spur the digital divide if diverse perspectives are not being taken into account? And lastly, how can we make sure that we opt for digital policies that are people-focused, economy-building, and promotes planet sustainability? Especially with the rapid advancement of emerging technologies, including AI. I'm quoting the UN Secretary General, who addressed the Council of ITU last week. The pace of innovation is outpacing the capacity to regulate it. With that, I would like to reiterate that we are committed to upholding the multi-stakeholder, open, inclusive, people-centered model of digital governance. A governance that is very well reflected in this year's IGF 2024 overarching theme, building our multi-stakeholder digital future. Our IGF multi-stakeholder advisory group members have an ambitious upcoming task. With this, I would like to invite you to take part in the Open Consultation Day on June 26th. Curating a meaningful IGF program would not be possible without NRIs, and certainly not without the IGF intersessional work. It is great to see so many representatives of the IGF Dynamic Coalition, policy networks, and best practice forums at EuroDIG program. A part of this year's forum, we are at an important moment for the internet and digital space, given several important processes happening. The UN GDC and aiming to have it agreed upon during the Summit of the Future. A major outcome, the WSIS IGF mandate, will also be part of WSIS Plus 2020 review in 2025. We will certainly provide a platform at the IGF 2024 to discuss outcomes and preparations. In my role as the chair of the MAG, I invite you to further cooperate and collaborate with us, joining us in working together for a strong IGF that stands for good multi-stakeholder governance of the internet. We look forward to your participation at the annual IGF from the 15th to the 19th of December 2024 in Riyadh. I wish you a fruitful meeting, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.